yeah, I'd love you to join the AA team, and if you're also interested in how to build muscle and lose fat around your current lifestyle, then make sure you hit the subscribe button just below this video, as well as the notification bell. Plus, if you want to be entertained and informed at the same time, then you've come to the right place. It is great to have you, and just before we start, if you're interested in my customized diet plans that I do for people, my email is in the YouTube description. I make customized diet plans for people who are at risk of developing osteoarthritis, people who are pre-diabetic, so we help improve that, people who have high cholesterol. I also help people to get to single-digit body fat percentages, or people who just want to increase their well-being. Then make sure you send me an email, because then I'll send you more details about my services via email, and then we can chat one-to-one. Time to get on with this next Road to the Games episode. Let's go. Alright team, with this training footage you're seeing, the first exercise with this front squat, this is 95 kilos for 5 repetitions. I'm trying to add weight on every week to see if I can keep increasing the amount of weight I use for just 5 repetitions. This is at normal speed. The rest of the exercises will be at double speed, and one of them is at quadruple speed, but the last rep of each exercise will be at normal speed, if you're wondering why on earth all the exercises are going at different speeds. But I'm going to actually tell you about how frustrated I felt in this workout, and why I felt frustrated, and the strategies I'm putting in place in order to optimize my athletic performance and not feel frustrated in the future. And you can definitely apply these to your own training, whatever stage of training you're at, whether you're just at the beginning stage or if you're a few years in and want to learn a certain movement. So the frustrating thing here is with my front squat, it's 95 kilograms I can do for 5 repetitions, just about, and my ankle mobility isn't great, and that's because I've been doing a lot more cycling recently because of this calf niggle that you would know about if you've been following the channel. If you haven't, then go ahead and click on this link, which will be in the right top hand of the screen, where I explain my calf injury so you can be kept up to date with it. So I've got poor ankle mobility. My thoracic spine, it does curve when I go down into the front squat position, because I honestly haven't done loads of front squatting in the past. By the way, this is 128 kilograms for 10 touch and go repetitions on the deadlift. So my thoracic spine is not great. So what I'm doing, and that actually really frustrated me in this workout, because obviously I have my eyes set on competing in CrossFit, especially in the men's individual category. Probably in the next, 10 years, by the age of 30, maybe 32, even if it's older, it doesn't matter. I definitely, whatever age I am, want to compete in CrossFit. Hopefully in the men's individual category, that's what I'm aiming for. And I always, I was going over it in my head in this workout, I just wish I could be better, because I think the day before I've been watching Rich Froning complete 19.2 really well, and I thought my clean and jerk and my snatch is nowhere near what his is. But just think about self-improvement, and then what I'm doing is I'm watching loads of tutorial videos talking about how to improve thoracic spine flexibility and mobility. I'm looking at how to remain really supple and mobile in all the joints, and this will help me to perform better in the front squat. So always do that for any new movements that you're learning, and keep it up with your training. Enjoy the rest of the video. What's up team, AA here, Monday the 11th of March. It's 12:15 PM in the afternoon. I'm about to go and do a football session at local primary school this afternoon before doing a dance session, but I've got a few tips for you at the start of this video. One is about how to work on weaknesses and injury points so you can optimize recovery time and keep it as short as possible. Recovery time, I mean. And then one is about appearance. The first tip about appearance is don't let your hair get this long, because it looks absolutely ridiculous on me, and I think I've left it about 12 weeks. Keep on top of your hairstyle. What a nice day it is, by the way. Oh. I will go over the other tips in just a second, but here are the battle ropes down here that we've been using in the session I did just now. Doing a bit of deadlifts, using the bench to do some static leg holds building on isometric strength, because in particular this person we're trying to build up her tendon and ligament strength just because her knees aren't particularly strong. And another thing I'm finding interesting is that some people come to me for sessions who experience vertigo and who also have labyrinthitis. Now what I do as a personal trainer with anybody who comes to me with a condition is I look at the current literature, and there's a particular article which I'll put up on the screen for you and I'll link below, which talks about when approaching any injury, a doctor, trainer, coach, personal trainer, anybody in the medical profession or something should approach it. I think it said something like about how to optimize recovery. I'll put it up on the screen for you, but basically it's going at the injury from every angle, thinking about all the muscles that insert into the particular joint maybe that has been affected, looking at literature that has used different interventions in the past to see what has worked with different types of demographics, what hasn't worked. Do as much research as possible to make sure that you can create a customized plan for the client, because everybody is individual. That's what I love about customizing diet plans and personal training. If you are interested in my customized diet plans, my email is in the YouTube description. All you need to do is get in touch with me, then we can organise a one-to-one chat, either on the phone, on Facebook Messenger, or some other form of video chat service, or face-to-face if you live locally, and then we can get something organised where I do a customized diet plan for you, customized gym training program, or personal training sessions if you live locally. First tip for you with longevity of exercise is this ball in particular. I used to watch videos about 2 years into my training, I'm about 5.5 years into training, where people were really hot on making sure you stretch, making sure you do foam rolling on my foam rollers in there, and using hard balls like this to take tension out of the muscle after you've been training. And I thought, well, that's a bit boring, it requires extra time. Now what I'm finding is that, especially from when you've experienced a sort of injury, so I twinged my lower back a little bit recently. There's a previous video I've done on this channel where I explain what happened, but I get a very tight lower back, and that can affect, I think, the way I place my foot down when I walk. So as long as I keep on top of rolling out my lower back on the right side with this ball, so literally I lay down on this mat or inside, I roll this ball up against it like somebody's putting their thumb into it, and release a lot of the muscle fascia so it can remain nice and loose and supple, then I find that my the way that I walk is not so lopsided. I am experiencing some shin splints anyway at the moment. We'll go over that a little bit in a second. But the main message is to keep foam rolling, using these hard balls to keep yourself supple, keep yourself mobile, keep flexibility in the joints. Then you could be in this sport like CrossFit, bodybuilding, anything like that for the long term. Right, the next tip for you, as I adjust the camera, I'm having to do this now for CrossFit. But you see people do kettlebell swings with both hands, but try and get yourself used to doing single arm exercises so you don't develop imbalances and you get your body used to doing the movement on each side. So with kettlebell snatches, once I introduced it doing single arm, it felt really odd, but I've got my body used to it now, so I'll be ready for it if it comes up in a CrossFit workout. That's the thing, if you do an exercise with both arms and then do it singularly, it feels completely different. So get into the habit of doing both. And finally, what you're going to see me do now is that I'm experiencing shin splints. I think it's shin splints. I'm still going to go and see a physio for it, just to get a second opinion. But in my right calf, on the medial side, so the side towards the midline of the body, rather than the lateral side, which is away from the midline of the body, I'm experiencing shin splints, which means I'm not able to run for a long time. But I think I'm going to have to probably get some customized insoles for my running shoes, so I'm able to roll more onto the outside of my foot when I place my foot down to put less tension on the inside. But you guys have been so helpful with your opinions about flat running shoes, which replicates almost running without any trainers or any support to get your body used to that. All this research is very interesting, and I saw somebody recently post on a calf injury YouTube video I was watching about how they've introduced doing skipping every day. So I do double unders normally, but I've just been doing single unders, or just normal skipping, let's just say, about 300 skips a day, just to get my body used to having a bit of tension going through that calf region. It does hurt, but it's definitely, I think, helping. I'm going to keep consistently doing it every day, then hopefully in the long term it's going to get that calf stronger and stronger, and then I'll be back to running the streets and running that 4-minute mile that I can do, obviously. Yeah, that's right, I do a 4-minute mile. What would a 4-minute mile be for a marathon? Flip. That'll be like an hour and 40 minutes for a marathon. What? Tuesday, the 12th of March, and today I've had quite a variety of stuff. I've refereed in a basketball tournament, done an after-school football club, and then I've done a development football session along with 2 good mates of mine. And I always take packs of chocolate corn thins, caramel rice cakes, and I've actually got a new yogurt, which I will show you in my next full day of lean bulking, eating wise, because basically there were loads of chocolate treats and types of Muller Greek yogurts that were on offer in Tesco that Mum got yesterday, so I'll be able to show you my next full day of lean bulking. The time now is 7:45. I would normally be doing the Alpha course right now, which is held at my church. I'll leave a link to what the Alpha course is in the YouTube description. There'll be a link to it, so it'll take you to the page just so you can see it explained in full. I'm not doing that because I'm needing to put away my personal training stuff. I haven't not been working. I've still been working, doing my training, but I've just been a bit under the weather recently. Just my sinuses and just a cold that's going around. So I'm just staying at home for this evening because I'm out tomorrow evening for another church do, which is to do with my house group linked to my church. So I think I will show you some food this evening, and then I'm going to show you Physique update. First of all, I need to turn the radio off, and somebody has to make an appearance because she's always so lovely when we all come back from work. Come here. Come here. Now, she's being distracted by food at the moment. Come here. Come here. Too much chicken and rice that's in that bowl, probably. Hello. Make the tail go. Water gains. Hydration gains. Come here. How are you? Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here. Doing fella. How are we doing? That's not appropriate. Come on, mate. Right, now I'm going to have a hot chocolate, Cadbury Highlights, then I add a sweetener. I won't add coffee now because it's about 10 to 8 in the evening, so I don't think that'd be wise. I'm getting a haircut tomorrow, by the way. I finally made an appointment. I'm going to have an eclair to suck on as I put my personal training stuff away. Here, we've got loads of goodie stuff. I'm not going to show you it all because then it'll spoil the lean bulk full day of eating. From this biscuit packet, I'll go, cool, they go down quick. I'm going to try the chocolate one. Oh, that's the last one. Little chocolate layer at the bottom, shortbread at the top. Mmm. There are about 80 calories per biscuit. They are from Border Family Biscuiteers. Classic Recipes Sharing Pack. Oh, what's this one called? Chocolate Oat Crumbles. Oh, oaty. Mmm. I've already had the... Oh, there weren't any Viennese wells. Oh. I've had the Butterscotch Crunch. I had that yesterday. That was really good. Mmm. I love chocolate. Come on now. Chocolate is the key to gains. Ooh. Now, physique-wise, I was a little bit baffled when I stepped on the scale at 78 kilograms. That was in the evening, and I hadn't eaten for about probably 4 or 5 hours, I think. And I personally think you can tell me if you disagree or if you agree that I do look thicker. I still have pretty solid six-pack, I would say, but obviously that's not the main thing. This is more about increasing my athletic performance. So I think I'm thick. I do find that I feel more confident with 122 kilograms on my back in the back squat, which is a good sign that my upper back is developing. And honestly, I do focus on doing quite a lot of toes to bar and the ab roller in my workouts, and I really am finding that's helping to develop a strong core. And it's really strange because sometimes you don't realise about how much you engage the core with certain exercises. Because I really felt I had a good ab workout today when I did a dumbbell snatch workout, which I'll explain in the future. But basically, I was using 27.5 kilograms for 78 reps on each side, not in one go, but that really has helped to engage my core and develop strength in the rectus abdominis region. And then I find with weighted pull-ups that has always helped to develop my biceps, because I know a lot of you who follow the channel kindly are quite interested still in the physique side of it, because I used to be interested in that. I am still obviously interested in it, just to follow my own journey, and I'm interested to see how you guys are developing your physiques. So here, in this footage, I just kind of want to show you how my muscles are developing as I'm focusing more on CrossFit and lean bulking. So I'm finding my back width is certainly getting there. My arm size, I think, has definitely increased. I'll probably do a muscle measurements video, like the next version of it than the one I did a few years ago that seemed to go mini viral for some reason. Just to show you about how my physique is developing. I'm aiming to compete in CrossFit about 85 kilos pretty lean. So I want to get up to hopefully 90 at some point, then cut down to 85, 83 kilos and see how my physique looks there. Enjoy the rest of the video, team, and thank you always for your time. I really do appreciate it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next lean bulking episode. Have a great rest of your day.